So we're having some exciting news. Have you ever wished to know what your colleagues are earning, especially if you think you're doing equivalent job to what they're doing or even the same job, but you always feel like you are not your salary and their own is not the same? Have you ever wondered? Then your time has come, because according to this news up here, Europe has a law that was formed and adopted since May 2023. It is called the Pay Transparency Act. And according to this law, all the member states are supposed to implement this very pay transparency in their various national states by June 2026. So what does it really imply? What does this entail? It entails that for jobs that are similar or equivalent, responsibilities are similar, working conditions also have to be similar, and also the pay that you're receiving has to be similar, no matter the gender. Which means if you're a man working a certain job and a woman is working a certain job, your pay has to be the same. And apart from this gender gap, whether it is the same sex pay, you, no matter where you're coming from, no matter the kind of advice that you're having, so far as you're doing the same job with that person or equivalent to what that person is doing, if that person is having a salary of 100 euros, you too should be having a salary of 100 euros. And also the working conditions and also the same responsibilities, everything, monetary and non-monetary, this law says it has to be the same. According to this law also, it entails that when employers are advertising for jobs, basic salary or starting salary has to be stated. Not that when you go for an interview and you want to find out about your salary. Some people are even shy to ask about their salary. Some people are shy. If you have ever gone to an interview before where the salary is not stated, some people are even shy to ask about what is even going to be my pay. So you don't have to do that anymore from June next year. They're demanding that when people are advertising now for jobs, they have to state how much that job, how much the person that is applying for that job could earn if they have to take up that job. Also, this thing that when you go for an interviews, for those people that have gone to interviews before, employers will be asking you, how much did you earn from your previous job? No. This law says no, it has to be put aside. You don't have no right to ask an employee how much salary they were earning from their previous job. You don't have no right. You might ask them about their experiences, but you can't ask them how much they were earning from their previous job, because sometimes some employers, when they know that a position, they have to pay, let me say, 50,000 euros per year. They ask you that how much you were earning from your previous job before coming here, and they see that you were earning maybe 40,000 euros. They are going to step down their own payment. They might put it out to 45 and gain 50. So they don't have the right to ask you these questions anymore. And then another thing is employers now have the right to demand for the pay criteria that is existing in that company or the pay development. For example, if I start to work after 2 years, how much my salary climb? How much after 3 years, after my experience, do I get increment in my pay? So all those questions, it's going to be your right from 2026. Also, employers will now be required to publish a yearly gender pay gap report, but this will depend on the size of the company. And also, if for the same position, there is a big gender pay gap, they will have to justify why that is so. And if not, if they cannot justify, they have to correct it. Remember, these laws are for you. These are laws to protect you as an employee against your employer. Also, you as an employee, you have the right, if you go for an interview, to find out from this employer who wants to employ you what the average pay of people doing similar jobs in that company are. So you have the right to this information. It's not going to be an information that people are going to see like a taboo. So employers with fewer than 100 employees, like from 50 to 100, they will not be forced to publish these reports yearly. But once you are having from 150 to 249, by 2027, you have to publish this pay gap report. If you are having 250 and above employees, then by June next year, you have to publish your report. And for companies with smaller employees number between 100 to 149, your own report is expected by June 2031. So to me, this is so exciting because truly there are many people doing the same job, having the same responsibilities in some companies, but because of maybe their background, because of their race, because of some certain level of partialism, these people will carry responsibilities and still get less pay than their counterparts that are doing the same job. So this for me is very exciting. These laws are laws that you have to know. So far as you know that you are working in this Germany, you have to know your rights, because knowing your rights puts money in your pocket.